Hi. Happy Hogswatch, everyone. Okay, technically, Hogswatch night is the 32nd of December, and Hogswatch day is the first day of Ik, or the first day of the common year. But, due to my being stuck on Round World, this is as close as I could get. So, I tried. Shanna, what are you talking about? Excellent question. Today I just want to gush a little bit about Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. You guessed it, it's a Discworld book, and I loved it. 'Tis the season. Hogswatch on the Discworld is the counterpart to Christmas here on the Round World. That's what us Discworld people call Earth. So yeah, look at the cover and it's pretty clear why I would want to pick it up for a Christmas read. I went out of my funny order that I've been doing to read this one for Christmas, and I was not disappointed. First, let's go over some of the stats of this book. It is the 20th Discworld book and the 4th book in the Death subgroup of Discworld books. This one clocks in at a whopping 432 pages, which is on the longer end for a Discworld novel, but it was worth it. I think that having some Discworld experience going into this novel was helpful, but not strictly necessary. If you have a pretty good understanding of the world and the characters, there's definitely more that you can get out of the book, but it follows such a linear story that I don't think it would be hard to follow if you don't already have 2 feet firmly planted on the Discworld. The story does jump around from group to group to group quite a lot, which is not uncommon for a Discworld novel, but they're all working different angles towards the same goal. What is that goal, you might be asking? Let me tell ya. The Hogfather has gone missing on Hogswatch night of all nights. Death has noticed and has decided to pick up the slack. He puts on a fake beard, stuffs his belly with a pillow, he dons all of the gear, and takes over for the night. He does this to help maintain the belief in the Hogfather, and so that the sun will come up the next day. Does that not make any sense? Sorry, read the book. It is an actual force on the Discworld. So think of it like this. The way that mortal beings have life that runs through from beginning to end, the immortal beings, or the anthropomorphic personifications of ideas, they run on belief. So lots of belief, lots of life. No belief, no life. So Death is one of our main characters, but he is not all. We also have Susan, Death's granddaughter. She begrudgingly helps out to find the Hogfather before it's too late. She really just wants to live a normal life, but that's not really in the cards when your grandpa's death. She's got the skills, she's got the powers, so what you gonna do, Susan? Gotta do what you gotta do. Have I told you anything about this book at all yet? Discworld is so complicated. It's so good, and I love it. But it's definitely complicated and hard to describe. Explaining how Death even has a granddaughter really warrants a video of its own. But please trust me, he does, and her name is Susan. So that's kind of the major plotline, is finding the Hogfather so that the sun will come up tomorrow. We also get to spend some time with the wizards in the Unseen University, and that's a good time. They are busy dealing with this sudden excess of belief in the world, which is causing all of these small gods that were forgotten to pop back into life, because there's just so much extra belief hanging around. Oh, and this was my first introduction to Hex, the thinking machine. I do not think it's his first time in the series, but it was my first time and I was not disappointed. So yeah, the time at the university is fun. It doesn't take up a lot of the story, But I find that the wizards can be a bit much on their own, so they were really fun to have in these smaller doses. They are both completely mad and completely brilliant. So, in summary, Death is Santa and Santa is missing. Easy. The best parts of this book, according to me, were the times that we got to spend with Death. He is so funny, and he's such a great character. He loves humanity so much, which I can see is counterintuitive given what he does, but trust me, he really, really loves humanity. And he really just wants the best for us. The book is stuffed full of popular culture references, just like all of the Discworld books. Though, now that I think about it, popular might not be the right word anymore. They're getting a little old. But what's great is you don't have to know them to enjoy the book, but if you pick up on them, it's fun. It's like an inside joke. But the joke's still funny even if you're not on the inside, so it works. It's really very smart. There are a ton of instances of Pratchett using common Christmas themes and stories and kind of twisting them or putting a lens on them. Like the little matchstick girl. That's depressing, and Death was having none of it. And yeah, there are lots of other classic Christmas stories that have their own little twist to them throughout the book. They're really fun and really poignant. It's got lots of underlying themes, just like a lot of his books. Some of the ones in Hogfather are like financial inequity and charity, family, belief, justice, duty, mercy. You know, the small ones. He's so good. So if you haven't read Hogfather, honestly, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. So that's it. I know. I bet you wish that you could listen to me talk about Hogfather with a friend. This one specifically, for much longer and with all of the spoilers and way more in depth. Have I got good news for you? You can. Jen and I are launching a podcast. We're very excited. It is called Best Book Club with Shanna and Jen. And our first episode is going to be all about Hogfather. It'll be to celebrate Hogswatch and just to get the ball rolling. So I will link to everything in the description and go give it a listen. We are so excited to start. And yeah, now that is actually all. Thank you for watching, and please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. I love chatting with you guys. Bye. Hi, honey. What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on here? Mommy's recording her video. You want to say hi? Come say hi. No. Okay, bye. Close the door on your way out, please. Okay, you go ask Daddy, okay? Love you.
I don't want that.
Whatever.
He's sleeping on a couch, remember?
I know he is.
Wait, but here's this.
Thanks, honey. Mommy's trying to record her video. Could you please close the door and be quiet?
Okay.
Thanks, honey. Don't worry. He brought me the coat hanger. So the reread value of this series is huge. And I think that I could read the same books a few times and never get sick of them and always pick up something new.
Yeah, you're always going to get more out of them. And I didn't feel like I suddenly needed to drop everything and pick up all these Discworld books and get into it. But I do want to read more. And I definitely want to start with the Death books because he was just my favorite character.
He's so good.
Like, hands down. So everything he said was great. How a character called Death can have so much humanity and have so much kind of comedic effect was just excellent. That's where I'll be starting myself. But yeah, I'll be partaking in some
I'm
Discworld.
so glad because I have just been out here preaching the good word of Terry Pratchett. If I had a religion at this point, honestly, from 2020, it would be like Pratchettism, because I'm just trying so hard to make anybody understand what I'm saying any of the time.
And I mean, I think some people would follow you.
You know
could
what?
Try.
What else am I doing?
Yeah.